7 behaviors that make you a narcissist's worst nightmare. Narcissists aren't afraid of confrontation. They crave it. What truly scares them is subtle resistance they can't see coming. In this video, I'll reveal 7 behaviors that make you their worst nightmare. And the last one is so unexpected, it leaves them scrambling to regain control. 1. You don't fill silences for them. Narcissists are masters of awkward pauses. They'll drop a heavy statement and wait, expecting you to rush in and soothe, explain, or entertain. But when you just sit there, calm and unbothered, it scrambles their playbook. Imagine them tossing a ball in your direction, and you just let it hit the ground without even flinching. That quiet forces them to feel the discomfort they usually dump on you. It's like holding up a mirror and saying, "That tension? That's yours, not mine." Suddenly, they're the ones scrambling to fill the space, and for once, they don't feel like the star of the scene. 2. You ask questions they can't answer cleanly. Narcissists love to monologue about their achievements, but what they hate is being put on the spot in a way that exposes their cracks. When you ask subtle, specific questions they didn't prep for, like, how did that decision affect the rest of your team? You force them out of their rehearsed stories. It's not about being confrontational. It's about slipping past the glittering surface and poking at the gaps. Watch how quickly they stumble or pivot to another topic. In their mind, you stop being an audience and become an investigator, and that terrifies them. 3. You change the subject mid-brag. A narcissist feeds on your reaction, especially when they're bragging. So when they go on about their promotion, their trip, or their amazing life and you casually pivot to talking about a completely unrelated topic, you deliver a subtle blow. It's like they were expecting a standing ovation, and instead, you handed them a polite golf clap before walking away. By doing this, you're telling them their performance isn't captivating enough to hold your focus. Nothing unsettles a narcissist more than realizing they don't control the spotlight. 4. You don't give them an emotional map. Most people telegraph their feelings. A sigh, a raised eyebrow, a nervous laugh. Narcissists thrive on reading those cues so they can steer conversations in their favor. But when your tone stays steady and your body language is neutral, you become unreadable. To them, it's like playing poker against someone wearing mirrored sunglasses. They start second-guessing every move because they can't tell if you're amused, angry, or bored. That ambiguity drives them wild, because if they can't read you, they can't control you. 5. You respond with delayed reactions. Narcissists rely on instant gratification. They make a provocative comment, and they expect you to react right away, with anger, defense, or admiration. When you take your time, whether it's a long pause before answering or even saying, "I'll think about that and get back to you," you disrupt their rhythm. It's like hitting the brakes on a roller coaster mid-drop. Suddenly, they're dangling, powerless, while you set the pace. That delayed response reminds them that you're not a puppet on their string. 6. You treat their insults like background noise. Nothing enrages a narcissist more than realizing their cutting remarks don't land. When they try to jab at you and you simply carry on as if they'd commented on the weather, you strip their words of power. Picture them tossing darts at a board, only to find the board is made of clouds. No satisfying hit, no dramatic reaction, just empty air. Over time, this makes their attempts at control feel pointless, and that quiet frustration eats away at them more than any argument ever could. 7. You leave without explanation. Narcissists crave closure, but only on their terms. They expect dramatic exits, teary confrontations, or fiery speeches they can later twist into a victory. When you simply step away, calmly, with no explanation, no grand send-off, it robs them of their final act. It's like a magician pulling out all the tricks only to realize the audience has already left the tent. They're left standing in their own chaos, replaying every interaction, desperate to understand why you didn't play your part in their story. And that lingering question? It haunts them far longer than any shouted goodbye ever could.